Hello, today at Story Time for Tanta, I have a very special guest. His name is John Styers, and he is my great nephew. And he's come all the way from North Carolina to read a special book for you.
It's called Violet the Pilot.
That looks like a very interesting book. It's by Steve Breen. There's the title, Violet the Pilot. And there's a drawing that looks like it could be an airplane.
Probably. It says The Hornet, designed by Violet Van Winkle, or something like that.
And there's a picture of Violet and her dog. And there's a little picture that looks like she's using a bicycle to help her fly. And it says, For Jane.
Everyone in town knew that Violet Van Winkle was a little different. For starters, she and her parents lived in an odd-looking house next to a junkyard her father managed. And while other girls were playing with dolls and tea sets, Violet played with monkey wrenches and needle nose pliers.
There's her house, and that must be her dad with the truck.
Looks like the junkyard's in the back.
Let me zoom in on the junkyard. Let's zoom in on the junkyard. Ooh, yeah. Van Winkle Salvage. Yes.
Violet was a mechanical genius. By the time she was 2, she could fix almost any broken appliance in the house. By 4, she could take apart the grandfather clock and completely reassemble it. Since she didn't have any friends aside her dog, Orville, she would spend hours tinkering with things from the yard. Violet's parents were very proud of her. Although they weren't too happy at the time, she put a lawnmower engine on her cousin's tricycle.
Uh-oh, let me see the lawnmower on the tricycle. I think, it looks like her aunt is running out scared that her little boy is gonna drive away on that tricycle.
Yeah. The older she got, the more interesting Violet's creations became. Around the time she turned 8, she was building a collaborative machines from scratch. Not just any old machines.
Ooh, she's like creating new machines, right? They're very elaborate.
Flying machines! Her parents couldn't believe their eyes when they saw Violet zoom by for the first time. They were a little worried in the beginning, but they quickly saw that she was a pretty good pilot. Careful not to hit the house, Violet's father would yell, and put on a sweater, her mother would add. Violet used anything she could find in the junkyard to make her wonderful contraptions.
Wow. She's using a wagon, and she took Orville with her, right? Her dog is named Orville.
There was the tub bubbler, the bicycle copter, the rocket can.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's pretty fancy. Boy, she likes to fly, doesn't she?
Yep, bet. The pogo plane, the slide glider, the wingamajig, to name a few.
Oh, wow. I like the slide glider. That looks cool. Whoa, that looks like a real airplane, actually. Pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. Violet's engineering was pretty sound. The only real hazards were tall trees, piles of junk in the yard. Violet's engineering skills was pretty sound. By sound, it means like safe and sound.
Safe and sound, right.
And bugs in her teeth.
Bugs in her teeth, yuck. That's not a happy thing, right? Getting bugs in your teeth.
Nope. Kids at school would see Violet eating lunch alone and make fun of her strange book and greasy coveralls. Claude and Clyde Maloonery were especially obnoxious.
Oop, can I see the pictures?
Almost
The
forgot.
kids making fun of her
At lunch.
at lunch. They're being mean, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. It looks like there's 2 girls and 4 boys.
But the boys seem to be in the front, being especially obnoxious, right?
Mm-hmm. One day, Violet noticed a poster in the drugstore window. Ears Show, October 20th, it read. That's only 2 weeks away, Violet thought. Can kids fly the show? Is homemade aircraft allowed? That night, Violet sat alone thinking about the issue. She knew it would be a good feeling if one of her planes won the prize. And maybe the kids at school would be nice to her. Violet pictured exactly where she would hang her blue ribbon.
Woohoo.
4th annual air show speed thrills.
Okay, 4th annual air show. And they're offering a prize, right?
Mm-hmm. Blue ribbon. Looks like. She and Orville spent the next few days combing the junkyard for the right materials. When she had collected a giant pile of stuff, the building began. One day, the Mooney twins happened to pass by. Look, it's that girl from school, said one of them said. What are you doing, weirdo? I'm building an airplane, she told them. The twins exploded like a volcano in laughter, then mumbled something mean as they walked away. Orville barked at the boys. Violet just went back to her project. Take it easy, buddy. We're too busy to worry about them. Now that's self-control.
Yeah. She's focused on building her airplane. Yeah, she's going to work on that airplane. She isn't going to ignore those boys.
Finally, after days of hard work, Violet had finished making her flying machine. She named the magnificent new craft the Hornet. Wait till the people in the grandstand see me flying this, Violet said to Orville. It looks like Orville's taking some photos.
Yeah.
What a smart thing for a dog.
Wow, yeah. Let me see. Oh, let me see the photo, the dog taking the photographs. Yep, he's a helper.
The test flight was a success.
Wow, it's doing loop-de-loops.
Yeah, with the dog falling out. That's a dangerous trick for sure.
Yeah, but then she caught the dog, didn't she? In that last one, let me go and zoom on where she catches the dog. Yeah, she catches the dog.
On the day of the big air show, Violet took off, bursting with excitement. Her parents' faces had beamed with pride as they wished her good luck. And she thought as she flew through the clear autumn sky, she calculated that the trip would take about 20 minutes. She would arrive just in time for the start of the show. Ooh, looks like Orville has a barf bag.
Yep, she's flying to the show.
Suddenly, something caught Violet's eye. In the river below, a group of people were waving frantically. Violet lowered her altitude to get a better look. A troop of Boy Scouts had run into trouble while canoeing. Violet knew she had to help, and fast. Wait, had to help fast, not stand fast.
Oh, can we see the picture of helping the Boy Scout? Okay. Whoa, yeah, they're going to drown if she doesn't come help them, right?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't easy rescuing all the boys, but Violet piloted the Hornet with careful precision.
Did she rescue them?
Yep. Saving the Scoutmaster from going over the falls was particularly dangerous.
Wow. Oh, gosh, look at how she throws a lifeline down and rescues people. Ooh, and somebody out of a tree. Pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe a cliff. Violet dropped the grateful Scouts off at the hospital. She checked her watch. 33, she said to Orville sadly. We missed the air show. She turned her plane around toward home and sighed. It was a miserable feeling.
Oh, she missed the show. Oh, dear. That's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
She's very sad that she missed the show. But she did save all those people.
Mm-hmm. That evening, Violet had no appetite for dinner. She just went upstairs and sat on her bed. All of a sudden, she heard lots of noise outside the house. She and Orville went to the window and discovered that a crowd of people had gathered. Somebody spotted her. It's Violet, the boys said jubilantly. There's our hero.
Let's see the pictures. Here she's sad in bed, but then she hears the noise and all the people outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's our hero.
The Van Winkles stepped outside, squinting from all the flash bulbs that were popping. Bop, bop. The press, the mayor, the fire, and the police chiefs, even kids and teachers from school had all learned about the rescue that day and come to praise her. Young lady, please accept this medal of valor as a token of our gratitude and esteem, said the mayor. And he gave Orville a new collar with a license that read K9 Hero.
Wow. She might not have gotten a blue ribbon, but she got a special medal.
So did Orville.
Yep. Oh, I got to see his new collar. There he goes. Yep. Wow.
Oh, look, I think that's the McMurray twins.
Oh, were they some of the scouts that she saved?
Probably not saved. Maybe just others. Scouts. From that day on, Violet could fly whenever she wanted, but her mom still made her wear a sweater.
Okay, there she's waving. Okay, is that the end?
Yep.
That was a very good story.
The end.
Thank you for joining me. We'll say goodbye. I love you, everyone. I love you. I'm going to do I love you and say, we'll see you next time on Story Time with Tanta.